Interlopers of the Knap. The Knap means hill, for those of you who are wondering. I think it does. Or hill, or crest, or top of something geographical. Definitions are not my forte. But basically the plot follows a young, morally upstanding Victorian young woman called Sally, who seems to be on the way to being married to Farmer Darton, who is an equally upstanding, moral Victorian character. And all seems to be going quite well and dandy, until her long-lost brother, who had been in Australia for many years, turns back up one stormy night with his beautiful young wife and child, whereupon Sally's life becomes infinitely more complicated, and Darton just wants to have his cake and eat it.
Are you ready to meet your fate? Look a man, neighbour Darton.
Aye, call it my fate. Hanging and wiving go by destiny. Why I have decided to wed her is not just that I like her, but I could do no better. Sally is an independent, simple character who'll think me as much a superior to her as I used to think you know who I mean was superior to me.
Simple is the wrong denomination to give to any woman. As your groomsman, it makes my blood run cold to hear you talk like that. Your Sally ain't so simple that she can't find her way round a wardrobe, you know.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm hoping they've received that day dress I sent by the carrier.
Oh, a wedding dress, were it?
Oh, no. Leave them sorts of fowler rolls to the women.
Ah,
good serviceable one, my dress. That be the way?
right.
Cast thee sea out, Johns?
Not a letter, neighbour. It's as blank as a devil's stare. I think we've arrived in a land where the natives have lost the art of writing.
Must be this way. We get lost in them trees.
$8 o'clock, neither man nor dress.
I don't care. I have another dress for travelling. It's wearing as if it were the bridal one.
I can foresee a kind husband for you, Mr. Darton. I pray all will go well, my dear.
Listen. Ah! Mother! A tramp! Phil? Phil, is that you?
No, I'm not me.
Oh, to come home like this, and you not well.
No, I thought I should come home though. Things went from bad to worse out there.
Well, we've not heard from it for 3 long years. Sally, getting some tea.
I kept thinking as things would mend so I could send good news.
Oh, well, you better get upstairs to bed, but you'll have to excuse us, because Sally will be celebrating her betrothal to a local farmer tonight. Oh.
Mother, I have a wife and son, as entirely destitute as I.
What, out in Australia?
No. Waiting to see you out in the stable. And I hope you'll forgive me, but the carrier we met on the road, he asked me to pass on a dress to Sally a few miles back.
What's the problem?
Well, I gave it to Helena. When she came back from fetching water for our son, her gown was torn in shreds and light cotton for the Australian sun.
Oh, my dress.
You didn't worry. We'll be gone afore break of day.
No, so I turned my son and his family out on a night like this. Go anybody else for that matter. Oh, come on, upstairs with you. You can sleep in the big bed, and there's a little truckle bed there for the little one. Come on, let me go.
Phil, what did you say your wife's name was again?
Helena.
Sorry for my tardiness, Mrs. Hall, but we took the wrong road. I hurried on ahead, but Johns is still catching up on account of his knee. Now, when I came about, I heard noises in here, and I found this child and this young lady wearing the dress I sent for Sally.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
This must be Helena, my daughter-in-law. And this must be my grandchild. Come on in, my dears. And Mr. Darton, you come on in as well. Supper's ready. My son not too well at the moment. He's had to go on up to bed. But come on in. Drink heartily, Mr. Johns. Though the cider wine is not your taste.
On the contrary, ma'am. I'm a cider drinker on my mother's side, you know. She came from these parts. It is said that cider is a far more peaceful liquor than other drinks. And you're less likely to get a black eye from an old acquaintance.
Will Helena be joining us?
No, she's upstairs tending to Phillip.
She came from Somerset when they cruised the cider.
Look at these. These are
Somerset when they cruised the cider.
Look at these. These are from my house.
Helena.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Darton. I was just coming for some hot water for my husband, who is worse.
So am I never to find out how a woman refused me, as I thought, because I was just a poor farmer, went off with a man whom, well...
He had the prior claim.
What? You knew him at the time?
Yes, he'd gone to Australia and then sent for me.
Ah, that was the mystery. Well, that's all past and gone now. Does your uncle know of your distress?
He cast me off and then died later. He wrote that I'd disgraced myself.
Then, let me look after the child, at least while you're so unsettled. You belong to another now, so I can't propose to look after you, my dear.
Yes, you can. You can, if you wish it. My poor brother is dead.
Oh,
How convenient.
dead!
I must tell you, Sally and I have talked and we must postpone the wedding. You do understand, don't you?
Yes, of course. I understand. Will you also tell the mother of your son's child, please, that now we're left fatherless, I shall be glad to take him in. If that's of convenience to her and you and your daughter.
Well, I'll certainly tell her, but thank you, Mr. Darton, thank you.
Helena's laying him out, and I put the children in my room for tonight. Perhaps in the morning you go to the doctor's for the death certificate.
Of course, Mother, of course.
And I've spoken to Mr. Darton and he's agreed to the postponement, my love.
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has, Mother. It won't be put off for a week, or a month, or even a year. You won't have me now. and have she instead. In one night, I've lost a brother and a husband.
Oh, Sally, I'm sure it will work out in the end.
Mother, no. It's all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Mr. Darton, I find that after a final refusal from a distant relative to aid me and my poor children, I must accept your kind offer to care for my boy. I know that you will do your best by him, and so I will not repine. Your ever grateful servant, H.S.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Mr. Darton.
Go on.
Go on. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's a letter for you. Just from Sally.
Study well. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Dear Charles, I hope you will forgive my observation that, after 8 months now, and no resumption of urgings on your behalf for our marriage, I take it that your feelings for me have fallen away. I have learnt of your history with Helena, and would hardly want to come between you both anyway. I think that, if you asked her, she would have you, and she should be given the opportunity, certainly, as you already have her son. You asked me in an old note if I was sorry for showing temper in the hour of my brother's death, when I found my betrothed whispering sweet words to my sister-in-law. Well, I certainly was surprised, but no, I'm not sorry for thus speaking boldly as I did. Yours sincerely, Sally Hall.
Well, it's been a year now, but I've actually come back to ask you to be my groomsman one more time.
Oh, bit perfume and pomade, and I'll be as right as rain to compliment her. About time, I say to Sally Hall.
Well, no, Japheth. It's, the young Mrs. Hall.
Not Sally? Why not Sally?
Well, it's complicated, but I lost Helena to another, and then I found her again.
Yes, but after you've asked Sally.
Well, I suppose I can marry where I like.
And I can be groomsman where I like, and it's not with you. Excuse me, I've got work to be getting on with.
Mind if I move this? So, seen the weather we've been having? I managed to count all the sheep. What's the book about then?
It's Bluebeard, about a man who murdered his wife. You should read it. Might be interesting to you.
Ago this very night it all happened.
This very week, anyway.
Well, no matter. Still, if you'd managed things differently with Mr. Darton, 'twould be you winning now instead of the Helena.
Don't be sentimental, Mother. I could hardly marry him after what I heard. I don't think I would if he asked me now.
Get on with it.
Hey, Mr. Darton, ma'am.
Oh, bring it in, bring it in.
Good evening, ladies. I hope I don't disturb you.
Oh, not at all, Mr. Darton. We're just making a drop of tea.
I came to ask your daughter to marry me, but she won't.
She's a very ungrateful girl.
Aye. Or suppose there's no one else more favoured?
Well, I can't really say as for that, I'm afraid, but I'd be on your side, Mr. Darton. Don't you be downhearted. I'll have a word with her.
Thank you, Mrs. Hall. Japheth! Whatever are you doing here?
I'm not proud. I'm going to pick up your leaving, so to speak. Sally's a bonny lass, and it's a shame that she should go wanting of a groom. So I've summoned up courage, and I'm going to ask her today.
Why today?
Well, you know it's 3 years since she was bereft.
You think you have a chance?
As well as the next man.
And I wish you well, Japheth. Good luck with your wooing.
Oh, thank you, neighbour.
Johns.
Oh, morning to you, Darton.
How things go with Sally?
No good, no good. I think she might be still sighing for your sen, Darton. I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh. Good day to you then, Johns.
Good day.
Still sighing. That's right.
Dear Mr. Darton, I am honoured by your kindness in repeating your offer. I'm sorry, and I can't explain my reasons, but must just say that I decline to be married to you. Your faithful friend, Sally Hall. Mr. Darton, good morning. What could have brought you here so early?
Sally, I must know your reasons for your refusal. Is it soreness from my slighting you years ago? Because I regrets that, you know.
No, that soreness is long past.
Well then, do you despise me perhaps?
No, not really. It's just that I no longer trust you. I no longer trust you to be my hero. Someone special to care for me.
And will you never marry me?
I shall never marry anyone, Mr. Darton. Now, would you please not bother me with this again, or I shall have to avoid you?
Yes. I promise. I promise. Well, good day, Sat. Miss Hall.
Good day, Mr. Darton. I'm afraid of her masters. There'll be no more births and marriages in this house. No more births and marriages. It's just we now. It's just we.